guys, good afternoon. We have a special guest today, Daksha, who's joining in from Bangalore. Daksha is very special because this is her second life. She met with a serious accident, which she is not aware how it happened, and she almost had half of her face completely damaged. And she had a strong comeback, and that's one of the reasons she is here, because she had a very strong comeback. She did not give up. She decided to let it be as it is, without much of plastic surgery and all that. She decided that I'll have a strong comeback. I will face myself. I can see myself in the mirror, and still make the life go on. And she is also starting with a new idea of SHeVoice. That's where rural women can speak for herself. So she is looking for help, where we can make her ambition of SHeVoice successful. And very motivational person, because we have very few women who had a very strong comeback. And thanks, Daksha, for joining in. Maybe you can talk about yourself, a bit about how this particular accident happened, and why you decided to have a strong comeback.
First of all, thanks, Ravi, for giving me this opportunity to come and speak here. So, yeah, I did had an accident. So I would want to share a small story about how I was and how I got transformed because of one incident that happened in my life. So, 2 years back, exactly 2 years back, June 18th, 2018. So before that, okay, let me come back much more earlier than that. I was a small girl, okay, a girl who always wanted to look very good, very beautiful. Like every other girl, I aspire to look very, very beautiful. Okay, I was a girl who was most pampered at my house. My parents used to pamper me a lot. Okay, especially my dad. Okay, I used to have this habit of sleeping on his lap. Once I was sleeping on his lap, and my younger brother, my cousin brother, came and scratched my face. Just how kids do that. I started crying just for a scratch. And I used to be so conscious about how I look. Am I looking lean? Am I looking like this? It mattered a lot to me that point of time. But 2 years back, okay, so I was riding my bike, and it was night, and we had a party at home. It was my younger sister's birthday. So I was going in National Highway, Bangalore, Mysore National Highway. So my mom called me, and she said, "Where are you? It's late." And then I was like, "Give me 10 minutes of time. I'll be at home." That point of time, 10 minutes, I had a pause. That 10 minutes, I don't remember anything. And the next moment when I woke up, or when I got my consciousness, right, that time I was in hospital. My mom was crying next to me. I could just hear sound. My mom crying, my dad holding my hand, a lot of people roaming around me, not aware of what is happening around me, because I was not able to open my eyes because it was full of blood. Blood was literally flowing around, and I don't know. I tried to open my eyes, it was locked. I don't know what happened. So in this pause, what exactly happened was I blanked out when I was riding. I just blanked out and I hit the road, right, in the national highway where nobody was there. I hit the road and I was fallen unconscious and bleeding from head. So, two strangers, I wouldn't say he's a stranger anymore now. He's my lifesaver, Abuzar. I always thank you for giving me second life. So, hardly there are good people who come and actually help a stranger. So, he's the person who came there for a long drive. Okay, and then he saw me lying on the road, and then he thought if I wait for an ambulance or if I leave her there, she might die. So I'll have to take her in my car, pick her up, and then take her to the hospital. So before even my parents get to know that I've met with an accident, these people took me to hospital and got me admitted and started my treatment. So at this point of time, when I got my consciousness, I was just blank. What is happening around me? It was completely blank. And then there was a voice inside inside me, basically, I would say. It used to say, "Nothing has happened, sleep well, Daksha, it's okay, you relax." So then I could feel somebody is taking me in a stretcher. I'm going somewhere. I mean, like, I'm getting scanned, everything I could feel. But you can't open your eyes. You don't know what has happened with you. So then again, I lost my consciousness. So I was in ICU. So I think it was midnight. I got my consciousness back. Okay, that time I asked doctor that I want to go to restroom. The reason why I wanted to go to restroom was not because I want to go to restroom, because I wanted to check myself if I'm fine. I wanted to check my body, if everything is well, if I can walk. If my hands are working, if my legs are working, if every part of me is fine. So doctor said I cannot let you go there. You have to use bedpan. So I said, no, I'm not going to use this bedpan. You really have to take me to restroom, because I cannot tell him the fact that why I want to go there. It's just that I was stubborn enough to tell him that I want to go to the restroom. Please take me there. And then after 2 hours of continuously convincing him, so he finally said, I'm going to give you 2 nurses with you. Okay. They will hold your hand and you will take the support and go. And that's when I realized my legs are working. Okay. And then those two people took me there, and I just went and stood in front of mirror. I could see myself for a second. I was scared. My this face was this big. My lips were touching my nose, and I could not open this eyes. Okay, this eye, right? I was completely closed with skin, blood, everything. A horror movie scene. And this eye, I could open this much. Left eye, only this much. Okay, with the blurred eye, I could see my face, and I had a relaxation inside my head that okay, only face is gone and everything else is fine. My hands, legs, every other part of my body is working fine, so it's okay, I'll go and sleep now. And then I went and slept. Next day, my elder sister came inside. She's a very strong woman, she's very strong, bold. When she saw my face, she started crying. That's when I realized, if she is crying, what about my parents who's standing outside, who's emotionally weak? What about my younger sister who's very attached to me? So, and I realized I have to be very, very brave and very strong, because I have to give them energy and I cannot drain their energy. And that is the moment when I decided I have to smile now. Right. So then when doctors had decided that I will be shifting you from ICU to ward, they took me on a stretcher. Okay. So as soon as they brought me out of ICU, the first thing what I did was, like, I told my younger sister, happy birthday. So I could see everybody like, okay, they're relaxed. And my sister was like, I'll kill you now. So that's when I realized, that energy, if I come down, obviously my surroundings will be crying.
Yeah.
Because they're very emotionally attached. So now I cannot be emotionally, weak, very weak. Though I am stressed out inside, I'm afraid inside, I cannot show it on my face. I don't have so much of privilege to show it on my face. And when I was in ward, my dad was literally like, where is the plastic surgeon? I want him to come. My daughter's face. You know how dad's concern is, right, towards his daughter.
Right.
So I was thinking, why do you need a plastic surgeon? I don't want anybody to touch my face. I don't want anybody to touch my face. So the plastic surgeon came, and then he was touching my face and checking it out, and it used to pain. Literally, they used to touch my wounds and check, because doctors are supposed to do that. I told him, can you give me 2 weeks of time? 2 weeks of time, I'll be back. And then if you feel, yes, you have to do something with this, I don't want to get any stitches done also. I don't want anyone to touch my face. I just want it to be normal. So he said, okay, let your wounds come down, let the swelling go off, and then we'll see if we can, if we can help you with, like, you have to really get inside the surgery and all. And then there comes a report saying that there is a thin airline crack in my skull. So I'll have to be on medicines. So they gave me medicines every day. Per day, I used to take, 10 to 12 tablets. Okay. And they thought I have lost my right eye. Okay. So right eye was not visible. It was closed completely. One eye specialist came and she literally washed my eyes. You see car washing, the kind of the force of water they put. I don't know what liquid it was. She opened my eyes with the wounds and she literally washed my eyes. And then she said, can you try looking? And touch wood that I was able to see. And then I realized my eyes are back. But when I opened my eyes, I was scared to see mirror. I was really scared. Then I got discharged. I was sent home. 2 days I did not go in front of mirror, because I was really scared to see mirror. Because whosoever comes home to see, the more people come and show pity towards you, your energy gets drained out. So after 2 days, I decided, if I don't like to see my face, who else on planet Earth wants to see my face? Nobody. So I wanted to go and stand in front of mirror. So I just went and stood in front of mirror. I was just staring at myself. I saw my eyes was really like, you see a scary movie or devil movie where their eyes are red. So my eye had blood clot. It was this white part what you see inside, it was full red blood. So I could feel myself. Then I was standing, and if you see, there is a one line scar here and little here. So it was like this. Okay.
Oh.
So what I did was, the black wound which comes, I literally, like a mask, I literally removed it off like this. It was painful, but I did it because I wanted to look normal. I did not want anybody to, treat me like you're a patient. And then I went and over, lipstick. And I was sitting, and my mom was like, why are you doing this? I said, I want to look good. But then I realized one thing. I did not want any color outside. All I wanted was the color inside. Inside me, the color was more important than the outside thing. I did not want to show society or please society that I am okay. I wanted to accept myself the way I am. What is not in my control was not in my control, but happiness was in my control. What I can do now was in my control. I had two good hands, two good legs, and every other part of my body was in place, apart from the medicines which I was taking. Since my medicines contained steroids, I tend to put a lot of weight.
Yes.
A weight gain of almost 18-20 kgs, which I did not expect that to happen. So when all these things were happening, only one thing I thought, I have to bounce back. I have to come back. I want to carry myself the way I am. I will tell people how to treat me. So there is a book called The Secret, which I always follow. In that book, it says, even a cancer can be cured with your willpower and your thought process. So I thought, if cancer cells can again transform and if it can be cured, why not my skin grow? Why will my skin not grow? So this is what was running in my head, and I did not go for any surgery. And for the second round of checkup, when we went back to hospital, doctor saw my face and me, and he was like, how did this happen? I'm seeing some other girl, the way she came into hospital and the way she's coming now, it's a two different women. And it was all changed. I made sure everybody in my family laughs. It's a happy environment. Nobody feels pity on me. Nobody should treat me like a patient. First of all, they should not make me feel a patient, because it was important, right? The moment they treat you like a patient, you yourself will think that you're a patient, and you need a lot of attention, pittiness. The moment you make them feel no more a patient and it is absolutely fine what has happened with you, then things started changing. And then after 1 month, though I was not completely fine, I came back to Bangalore. The reason why I came back to Bangalore was I wanted to get involved in my work, get busy. I did not want to stay bedridden anymore, right? And then over a period of time, skin started growing. I started getting my face back, and today, if you see, people hardly recognize that I have some scar or something. I mean, like, I believe in God. So what is God to me is all about good thing that you do, good karmas that you do, right? But in all this journey, I realized one thing. It is very, very important to have a voice inside you, which you will have to hear first than anybody else hearing you. If you can hear your voice, then your voice will be heard. And this is what I have crossed. And today, if you see, you don't you think that I look really normal today?
Yeah,
Right?
you're
So
perfectly fine. I mean, nobody can, until unless you mention that you had this incident or accident, I don't think so people can recognize. Maybe a small scar on you, people might question, who are like really close to you, sitting with you, having, lunch or a coffee, they might have this particular question. Otherwise, somebody just, passing by will have no idea about this.
exactly. So those times, I used to make this haircut in such a way that this hair covers off all the scars, right? But today I want to keep it back. I want people to see, because that is the thing which gave me life. That girl who did not take a small scratch on her face, she's okay. Today, this looks doesn't matter to me. All that matters is, like, are you making your life more colorful and beautiful? That
Yeah.
matters to me. Are you enjoying every bit of your life? Are you in that moment where you're really happy? If a person speaks to you, is he getting that happy wala feeling as soon as you see your face? That matters a lot to me today. it's okay. I mean, I've been experienced this body shaming, looks, everything. It's okay. It's really okay that if you're not looking good. It's
Good.
really okay if you're fat. It's really okay if you're short. It's really okay the way you look. All that matters is like how do you look into yourself. Are you saying that you're fat, or are you saying yourself that I'm amazing? That matters a lot.
Yeah, the
This is
self
all I'm
love
going
and
to say.
the inner beauty, I think, makes sense. And you, as you rightly said, Daksha, it's about. I mean, people are putting tattoos on their face, in different parts. So take it as a tattoo on your face. I mean that it's the positive way of you're basically doing some carving, some art on your body. So yeah,
Exactly.
it's you either take it negative and try to hide it as much as possible, keep hiding it the entire life, or let it be and make it part of your life, which we do
Yeah.
with
So
tattoos. Like tattoos, we are really proud, ये है मेरे पास tattoo,
exactly.
वो है. So you really want to show that,
Correct.
right? Like a new watch, you say, hey, you try
Yeah.
indicate that,
Exactly.
hey, I have a new watch. I think it's the same way
I
do
would
it
say
for
it
that.
is a attire of wisdom,
Yeah.
attire of wisdom. I don't want to wash it off. I want it to be there. It's my love.
Yeah. Good, good. So, Daksha, we also have some questions for you because we also want to know you as a person because this show is all about you. So, we have some rapid fire questions. Are you all set?
Yeah, I'm a little scared of your questions, by the way.
So, what were you like a child? I mean, you've told a bit
Um,
about the makeup and looking good stuff, but otherwise, what were you as a child?
a mischievous child.
Hmm.
My parents really find it hard to raise me up because I come from a farmhouse and my mom used to run behind me with a stick and I used to climb trees and sit. So she really found it really difficult to catch hold of me also. So
Any
this was the kind of
transformation?
child I was.
Yeah,
Mhm.
any transformation before and after accident in terms of being an introvert and an extrovert?
Okay, from childhood, I'm an extrovert person. That I would say
Hmm.
I'm an extrovert. But what transformation happened was before I used to really care what people think of me. It used to matter a lot how people think about me. How am I looking? I should really look good, not only in terms of outside, also maintaining that good image or being in that good books of people. So now it hardly matters. All that matters is like, am I looking good for myself, and am I happy with whatever I'm doing? All that matters. I don't really care for society what they think about me. It's all about I care about what am I doing. Am I doing things right? And I don't really care about anything else.
Good. Your nickname parents call you with?
Okay, a funny one or the this one? Official one is Sadhu.
Sadhu. Okay. And the funny one?
Funny one, it's a pig. Yeah,
Okay.
or piglet, I would say.
Piglet. Okay. So is that in a specific language or it's in English? No.
It's in Kannada. Handi Mari, my dad calls me.
What is it called?
Handi Mari.
Hangi Mari. Okay. It's a cute one.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your super strength? After all this, what did you identify as a super strength of yours?
So my strength would be my first thing is my parents.
Hmm.
Okay, they have always stood by me. Second thing is my willpower, myself. I believe in myself a lot. I believe in my gut feeling, and I take a step, and I will make sure I'll stand for it no matter what.
Cool.
So this is my strength. Always I keep for.
Your favorite holiday?
When I went to Thailand with my parents,
Nice.
letting my dad watch everything. So yeah, this was my favorite holiday.
Okay. The place you travel the most?
Thailand.
Thailand. Okay. You want to go again?
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite junk food?
Pizza, Domino's pizza.
Domino's Pizza. Okay. In Bangalore or any specific location?
Anywhere, wherever if I am upset or if I'm happy, I would go for pizza.
Okay. Sadhu Handi Mari, is it? Handi
Yeah.
Mari. Okay. Yeah, that's Vinod who's actually mentioning that in the comment. So,
Okay.
your favorite TV show?
I am not a TV buff, so I don't watch anything.
How did you manage this COVID lockdown, without streaming and without watching TV?
Okay. Okay, the only one TV series which I watched because my friends forced was Lucifer. This was the only thing which I watched. Apart from that, I don't watch any TV series. Yeah, a girl like me do exist. So I'm not at all into any TV series. I'm a person who wants to go speak to people, go outside, play with the kid, engage myself doing something or painting or doing anything apart from sitting in front of an electronic device and watching it for a long time.
Hmm. Nice. So, but why are the girls so passionate about Lucifer? I didn't get it. I had a 60-year-old also, mentioning that Lucifer is a, episode she wouldn't miss. क्या है उसमें?
Can you come again?
Yeah. What is so special about Lucifer? I mean, the episode which you're talking about. Because I had a 60-year-old also mentioning that I love Lucifer.
Yeah, one thing I love about Lucifer is the way he carries himself. He loves himself. So he says something. He's the devil. Okay, but he's not the evil. He punishes evil. So this is something which attracts.
That's nice. So we have a question from Vinod. How often you travel, especially in current situation? What do
I
you
mean,
do?
situation, no plans of traveling at all. It's just that you have to stay inside, go with the law.
Now we've seen a couple of phases in life which, touch wood, nobody should, but nobody, people also don't get a chance to, have this experience. Not everybody, and, see the other part of life. So, what does a person need to be happy, in your perspective?
A person needs nothing to be happy. He just have to decide that he should be happy in whatever he has. I follow one thing. I will not be okay with things, but I will not be unhappy with things. I'll be happy and will still strive to do more. So that is one thing which I always believe in. You don't need anything to be happy. You can breathe, be happy. You don't need an oxygen mask to breathe, so be happy. You have two legs, two hands, working fine, be happy. You're sitting somewhere comfortable under a roof, be happy. You have got a life, be happy. That's all it requires. To be happy, you don't need anything, right? But how you want to lead your life, that is up to you. You have to strive hard, you have to work hard, that is up to you. But to be happy, I think it comes internally. It all needs a smile. You just have to smile like this. That's it.
Nice. So, Daksha, what happens when you have inspirational people like you? You have friends around you. They also get attracted. They also get influenced by your thought process. So, do you have any friends or colleagues who have transformed after they spend some time with you? In terms of beauty, I'm talking in terms of beauty and confidence.
Okay. So in terms of that, I would not specify anybody's name because it is again
No,
it's their
yeah.
personal. But
Name is
there
not
are
required.
few
It's
women
just need
who
to mention
actually
yes.
speak to me and okay, if I have to take out names, it is Salma, which she really wants to uh, work something on herself and she keeps pinging me, and one more is Shravani, which she loves me to the core, which I keep speaking to them. So these two women, I think, are actually now in their present condition of controlling their mind. So these two people I would say.
Good. Your best friends, BFFs, who were there during the journey when you did not look like Daksha.
The list is more. Okay. Akshay, Arjun, Rajat, Savir Bhai, Sid Bhai. Okay. And then yeah, my sister, younger sister. Okay. So these are the people who always stood by Vignesh. These are the people always stood by me all time, forever. Until date, they're with me, and I think they'll be there with me forever.
So, what is the value they have created for being with you? And
Okay.
can you measure that?
Yeah. So this looks a little filmy, but I would want to say the day I was meeting with an accident, the day I met with an accident, I would say my phone was unreachable. Can you imagine all of these people? Okay, Akshay, Arjun, Rajat, everybody contacted my sister that is Daksha fine without knowing that I've met with an accident. So this is the kind of relationship we are always having, standing by each other. We fight to the core, we literally fight, but end of the day we stand like backbone with each other, we stand with each other. We cannot, they're like my family. I wouldn't say they're my friends, they're my family, and my parents trust them more than me. They always say that they should be really or uh, they should be careful about you because you gonna damage them. It's like that, that kind of relationship we have.
Cool. I completely understand what you're saying, and it's priceless moments. And there's another message that it's not necessary friends have to be good to each other. They can fight, they can have differences of opinion, but still be together. So
Of course, yes. Because we all come from different background, and we don't think similar. We exactly think opposite to each other. I don't know how we sync with each other. Probably the relationship is so strong that we manage everything together. If I see something like A, they would see it like Z. It's that kind of relationship we have. We don't see everything together, but end of the day we are like, we live the way we want to live. We don't have any restrictions that, we all think one thing, that we don't think about society, what they think about us. All that we think is that let's be good, whatever we do it should be good, and it doesn't matter that we have to satisfy people or not. This is what one thing we believe in.
if you had the powers to go back in time, so would you prefer going back, or you're fine with the way you are?
I am really fine with the way I am. I don't want to go back and change anything.
You don't want to reverse the accident?
Not at all.
No.
I wanted this to happen. So there was a phase where I was watching these videos of Malala and Muniba Mazari. Okay, these are the women, Malala was shot on head and this Muniba Mazari was paralyzed due to accident. So there was a phase where I was thinking about my looks a lot. And that time I used to watch these girls' videos. So I used to feel she was paralyzed and she's doing so many good things to the society. Malala, if you zoom out her face, okay, I've done all these things. She has this part deformed. Her one eye is big and one is small. Even I have that now. Okay. So I felt only these girls have been chosen by God to do something to the society. They have come back for a purpose, right? So God has eye on me also. So I'm back for a purpose, and it's my turn to, serve the purpose of my life.
Good thought process. So good, Daksha. So now the final question: what would you do if you become the chief minister? What are the areas you would focus on?
Okay, so I never thought of becoming chief minister, to be very frank. Okay, it's not at all in my bucket. So if at all, if given a chance, just because you're asking me, so I would say I want to remove out this casteism or any act based on religion. We should not differ people with the religion or caste, because that day a stranger, a bazaar, who saved me is a Muslim. What if he had thought that she's a Hindu and I'm a Muslim and I should not save her? Right? When he was saving me, all that mattered was he's saving a girl, right? Who really needs help, who is fallen unconscious on the road. That's all, right? So I want the real people to get the right privileges. All these exams, all these board exams, what we give, it has been divided into caste, categories, 2A, 3A, general, all these things has to be ruled out. All that matters is your score, what you do, your efforts has to be given a lot of privilege and weightage. That is what I think that has to be ruled out, and if at all, if given a chance, I would just rule this off.
Good thought process, Daksha. So final question: what's so good about Bangalore? Give three super advantages of living in Bangalore.
Okay. First thing about, Bangalore is all about, it showed me what is life. It taught me how to be independent. I was very dependent on my parents even to buy a cloth. Okay, so I was that kind of person. Today I stay alone in my house. I'm completely independent, right? So Bangalore taught me how to lead life, how to look at it in a different way, right? Second thing, it gives you freedom of doing whatever you want to do, and nobody actually cares. You can leave. You have a lot of opportunities in Bangalore, right? So you want to grow your career, there are a lot of opportunities in Bangalore, right? And the last thing is that you can enjoy your life as well. You have all the privileges in Bangalore. You can roam around, you can go out. Everything is good in Bangalore. I love Bangalore, to be very frank.
What is that street which is really famous, but what is your special street which is not really famous but you love it?
There is no particular street that I love. Only one thing that I love is going in a car for a long drive, for a night out, okay, and search for a chai tapri in the roadside and have a chai and speak for hours and hours and hours and hours. That's all.
Nice.
This is my favorite thing.
And friends along with you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, keep speaking for hours and hours and hours. That's it.
Good. Nice connecting with you, Daksha. All the best with whatever you're doing. Very nice thought process, and all the best for your success about SHeVoice. Maybe you can, talk a bit about your voice, and if you need any help from the friends who are watching this, how we all can contribute to SHeVoice. Maybe you can mention that before we end the show.
Yeah, SHeVoice is something which is, my heart. Okay. So SHeVoice has a tagline saying that she has a voice and she uses it. So this is based for rural women, not for urban women. Okay.
Mm.
So why rural women and why not urban women? I'll tell you. So urban women, as you asked me about Bangalore, we have a lot of privileges to, come out and do a lot of things. We have a lot of facilities, but rural women, it is not so easy. They should use their voice. They have to step out. They have to be self dependent. They should be very independent. What I believe is financial stability for a woman is not an option, it's mandatory. You use it, you don't use it, you get married, you don't get married, you're rich, you're poor, doesn't matter. All that matters is like you should have a stability, financial stability in your account. That is very important to a woman, not only to women, anybody, but as of now I want to concentrate on this rural women. And of course I want to grow my network,
Mhm.
because I really need a lot of support to proceed with this. It is not a small task, because I don't want to feed them one time. I want to make sure that they feed themselves lifetime. So this is something which requires a lot of help and efforts and a lot of network. Of course I'll come back to you.
Sure. Raise your voice whenever you're starting this, and we'll spread the word out, and we will do as much we can, for this particular caution.
Yeah.
So all the best,
Yeah.
Daksha. Do well. Thanks to all the friends who have accompanied you during when you were in tough times, and special guest.
Yeah.
Special thanks to the person who has taken you to the hospital, and thank you for coming to this particular interview, because you are passing this message to a larger women entrepreneurs, and women who do need this support, do need an example that they can have a strong comeback. So thank you, Daksha. Have a great day. God bless. Thank you, friends, for
Thank
joining
you,
in.
Ravi. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Do follow us. Do follow Daksha in the NGO activity. We'll share some social handles of Daksha so that you can appreciate her. Thank you, guys.